Bill Gates, a name that echoes through every corner of the digital age.
Un visionnaire,
A programmer.
un entrepreneur,
And a philanthropist whose ideas have shaped the way humanity lives, works, and dreams. He didn't just build a company, he built a revolution. He didn't just imagine the future, he coded it. Born William Henry Gates III on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington, Gates grew up in a home where intelligence and curiosity were prized above all. His father, William H. Gates Sr., was a lawyer, disciplined, sharp, and driven. His mother, Mary Maxwell Gates, was a businesswoman and community leader who taught him the power of influence and service. From an early age, Bill's mind was electric with curiosity. He devoured books, solved puzzles, and obsessed over logic. But when a computer terminal arrived at Lakeside School, everything changed. While other students saw a machine, Gates saw the future. It was love at first bite. At just 13 years old, Bill spent countless hours exploring this mysterious device. Alongside a fellow student, Paul Allen, he began experimenting, programming, and pushing boundaries. They weren't just learning code, they were learning how to think differently. They hacked, they failed, they learned, and they never stopped. When most teenagers were thinking about sports or school dances, Gates and Allen were imagining a world connected by computers. A world that didn't yet exist, but would because of them. In 1973, Gates entered Harvard University, officially to study mathematics and computer science, unofficially, to chase his obsession with computers. But destiny had other plans. In 1975, Gates and Allen stumbled upon an article in Popular Electronics about the Altair 8800, one of the first personal microcomputers. Where others saw a gadget, Gates saw a revolution waiting to happen. He called the company behind the Altair and boldly claimed he and Allen had developed a version of BASIC, a programming language, for it. They hadn't. Not yet. But they would. In just a few feverish weeks, they created software that worked flawlessly. The company loved it. And in that moment, Microsoft was born, a fusion of microcomputer and software. Two young dreamers had set out to put a computer on every desk and in every home. At the time, it sounded impossible. But impossibility never stopped Bill Gates. The early days of Microsoft were intense. Gates was relentless, often reviewing every line of code himself.
et demandait d'excellence, précision, and innovation.
Then came the deal that changed everything. In 1980, IBM, the world's biggest computer company, approached Microsoft for an operating system. Gates didn't have one yet. But he found one, bought it, refined it, and licensed it to IBM. That system became MS-DOS, the foundation of modern computing. But the genius wasn't just in the code, it was in the contract. Gates retained the rights, allowing Microsoft to sell MS-DOS to other companies. Every computer sold meant more users, more software, and more power. Microsoft wasn't just a company anymore, it was the heartbeat of the personal computer revolution. Then, in 1985, Gates unveiled Windows, a graphical interface that made computing accessible to everyone. Click, drag, type. The world had entered a new digital era. Microsoft soared, and so did Gates. By the 1990s, he was not only the richest man in the world, he was the architect of the information age. But Gates's story wasn't just about building machines, it was about building meaning. In 2000, together with his wife Melinda, he founded the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, with one mission: to use science, technology, and innovation to tackle humanity's greatest challenges: disease, poverty, and inequality. Through billions in donations, his foundation helped fund vaccines, eradicate diseases, and improve education across the globe. Gates once said, "The world is better than it has ever been, but it can be much better still." He stepped away from Microsoft in 2008, not to retire, but to rewire, dedicating his time to solving problems that affect billions. Whether it was fighting malaria, polio, or climate change, Gates brought the same relentless drive that built Microsoft to the service of humanity. Even today, Gates remains a student of the world. He reads over 50 books a year, constantly exploring new ideas, from artificial intelligence to sustainable energy. His 2021 book, How to Avoid a Climate Disaster, reflects his latest mission: to help save the planet. Despite fame and fortune, Gates lives simply, choosing purpose over luxury. He has pledged to give away most of his wealth, proving that greatness isn't about accumulation, it's about contribution. Bill Gates's legacy isn't just written in lines of code or business milestones. It's written in lives changed, problems solved, and futures made brighter. He showed the world that curiosity can spark revolutions, that knowledge can build empires, and that compassion can heal the world. From the computer labs of Lakeside to the boardrooms of Microsoft.
From the hall of Harvard to the village where vaccines save lives.
Bill Gates has shown us that one mind, driven by curiosity and guided by purpose, can truly change the world. In the end, his story reminds us of something powerful. You don't need to be born extraordinary to make an extraordinary impact. You just need a dream, the courage to follow it, and the will to keep learning, every single day. Bill Gates didn't just imagine the future. He built it, one line of code, one act of kindness, one idea at a time.